Welcome back, fellow collectors and coin enthusiasts, to another thrilling episode of NT Coins World, your ultimate destination for discovering the rarest, most valuable, and most captivating coins in the world of numismatics. Today, we dive deep into two standout Washington quarter dollar coins that are capturing the attention of seasoned collectors and fresh hobbyists alike. So, buckle up and grab your coin albums, because what you're about to discover might just change the way you look at these quarters forever. Whether you're holding on to a circulated version or you're hunting that elusive high-grade specimen, today's featured coins, the 1990p and the 1996 D Washington quarters, might just surprise you with their hidden value, fascinating history, and remarkable minting anomalies. Let's begin this incredible numismatic journey right now. The 1990p Washington quarter marks a significant year within the ongoing legacy of the Washington Quarter series, a coinage tradition that began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Although initially introduced as a one-year commemorative issue, the coin's popularity cemented its place as a permanent part of U.S. coinage. By 1990, nearly 6 decades after its inception, the Washington Quarter had seen numerous changes, but its essential spirit remained untouched. The 1990p version, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, carries forward that spirit with both grace and subtle intrigue. In terms of design, the obverse of the 1990p quarter maintains the classic John Flanagan portrait of George Washington. The right-facing bust of the first U.S. president is sharp and dignified, embodying the values of leadership and resilience. The word liberty arches above his head, while the phrase, "In God we trust," sits to the left, balancing the composition. Below the portrait is the date 1990, and to the right of Washington's ponytail lies the all-important P mint mark, representing the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse design, unchanged since 1975 at that time, showcases the majestic heraldic eagle perched atop a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and preparedness. Olive branches below the arrows denote peace. Above the eagle's outstretched wings are the words United States of America and the national motto E Pluribus Unum. Near the bottom, the denomination quarter dollar is boldly inscribed. The inscriptions and their arrangement on this coin reflect both the artistic and symbolic priorities of the United States Mint during that era. The fine detail on both sides of the coin is often preserved well, even in circulated examples. In fine condition, the coin's devices remain clear, although some high points on the portrait and eagle might show light wear. Nevertheless, the overall structure and detail of the coin remain intact, giving it enduring appeal for collectors, especially those who seek mid-grade examples to complete a date and mint mark run. As for mintage, the 1990p Washington Quarter saw a robust production, total of approximately 613,792,000 coins. This high mintage number suggests that the coin is not rare in a general sense, but scarcity and value in numismatics often depend on far more than mere production figures. Over time, millions of these coins have been lost to circulation wear, melting, and disinterest, particularly in the years before widespread coin collecting took off online. Moreover, collecting preferences have shifted, placing greater emphasis on high-grade specimens, mint eras, and coins with provenance or historical relevance. When we look at market value, the 1990p quarter in fine condition is typically valued modestly, ranging from 35 cents to $1.25. However, this range can increase substantially depending on factors such as luster, strike sharpness, and the presence of full detail on the eagle's feathers or Washington's hair curls. In uncirculated grades, especially MS65 and above, values often rise to $20 to $50, while MS67 examples certified by PCGS or NGC can fetch over $300. Even more fascinating are coins with mint errors, for example, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planche have been known to sell for $150 to $1,000 depending on severity and eye appeal. Among the most exciting error types found on the 1990p Washington Quarter are die cracks, die clashes, and rotated dies. There have also been confirmed reports of double dies, particularly involving the obverse lettering or the 1990 date. These doubling varieties, though not as well known as those from earlier decades, are gaining popularity among collectors who specialize in modern errors. In some cases, dramatic doubling on the date or motto can elevate the coin's value to well above $500, especially if the error is dramatic and has been attributed by a third-party grading service. Collector interest in the 1990p Washington Quarter continues to grow as awareness of its place within the transitional era of the U.S. Mint's production techniques gains traction. It represents a time before the introduction of the 50-state quarters program, which would transform public engagement with coin collecting. For collectors building a complete Washington Quarter set from 1932 through 1998, the 1990p is a necessary inclusion, and those aiming for high-grade registry sets are often on the hunt for superb specimens. Furthermore, its status as a coin with emerging error varieties and its transitional significance make it a worthwhile addition to any modern US coin collection. And now, let's shift our focus to the second gem of today's episode, a coin that's equally captivating and full of numismatic depth. The 1996 D Washington Quarter is an intriguing specimen that serves as both a staple and a standout within the larger Washington Quarter series. Minted in Denver, Colorado, this coin bears the D mint mark and was struck during a decade marked by renewed interest in modern coinage and growing awareness of error coins and premium-grade finds. Though common in everyday pocket change, the 1996 D Washington Quarter holds secrets that only careful collectors can uncover. From unique die varieties to eye-catching mint errors, this coin is more than just currency, it's history in your hands. The obverse of the 1996 D Quarter features the long-standing John Flanagan design of George Washington, enduring through decades of change. Washington's bust is flanked by the inscriptions Liberty at the top and In God We Trust to the left. The date 1996 anchors the bottom of the coin, and the D mint mark is nestled to the right of Washington's ribboned hair. The design might seem familiar to casual observers, but sharp-eyed collectors notice subtle variations in strike strength, detail clarity, and minting quality. On the reverse, we find the powerful image of the American eagle, wings spread wide in a display of majesty and strength. The eagle grips a bundle of arrows and rests atop olive branches, representing the duality of war and peace. The legend United States of America frames the top, while E Pluribus Unum and Quarter Dollar complete the surrounding text. In fine condition, the central features remain well defined, with some softness expected on Washington's cheek or the eagle's wingtips. Nevertheless, a coin in this grade can be quite attractive and desirable, especially if it shows original surfaces and minimal contact marks. Mint-age figures for the 1996 D Quarter came in strong at approximately 906,868,000 coins, making it one of the more heavily produced quarters of the 1990s. But as with any mass-produced coin, the challenge lies in finding standout examples. Many of the 1996 D Quarters were struck with well-worn dies or suffered from weak strikes, which reduces the number of premium examples available in high grade. Additionally, millions have been damaged, lost, or heavily circulated, lowering the surviving population of collector-worthy coins. Market values for the 1996 D Washington Quarter in fine condition range from 35 cents to $1 depending on visual quality, luster, and surface integrity. In uncirculated condition, values increase significantly. Coins graded MS-65 can bring $15 to $30, while those in MS-67 or above can command $250 or more. A pristine, high-grade example with eye appeal, strong strike, and no detracting marks can even fetch more than $400 at auction, particularly if graded by a top-tier service. Now let's talk about errors and varieties, the true wildcards of modern coin collecting. The 1996 D is no stranger to minting anomalies. Die breaks, commonly known as cuds, have been discovered on both the obverse and reverse. These raised lumps of metal usually occur when a portion of the die chips away, leading to coins with extra metal in unusual places. Another fascinating variety involves repunched mint marks, although these are less common due to the use of single punching practices by this time. Nevertheless, a sharp repunching or misalignment of the mint mark can intrigue specialists. Double die errors have also been reported, especially on the obverse, with minor doubling in the inscriptions. These may not always be dramatic, but confirmed examples can draw collector premiums. Additionally, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and even coins struck on foreign planchets have entered the marketplace, creating a subset of highly desirable and unique collectibles. Some of these error coins have sold for $150 to $800 or more, depending on visibility and rarity. The collector appeal of the 1996 D Washington Quarter extends beyond casual interest. It holds value for those assembling complete Denver Mint sets, as well as for collectors focused on the 1990s era of U.S. coinage. This period, right before the 1999 launch of the 50-state quarters program, is sometimes overlooked, making coins like the 1996 D sleeper hits for informed collectors. Registry collectors, too, keep a close eye on high-grade submissions and certified errors, looking for the perfect example to elevate their set rankings. In summary, both the 1990p and 1996D Washington Quarters may initially seem like ordinary coins you'd find in your change, but their stories are anything but average. From high mintages and subtle design elements to rare errors and increasing collector interest, these coins capture the spirit of modern American numismatics. Whether you're new to collecting or a seasoned veteran, these quarters offer opportunity, value, and a chance to own a piece of U.S. coin history. Thanks for joining us today on NT Coins World. If you enjoyed this deep dive into two of the most fascinating Washington quarters of the 1990s, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss another rare and exciting coin breakdown. Drop a comment below and let us know which coin you'd like us to explore next. Until then, keep hunting, keep learning, and remember, every coin has a story waiting to be discovered.